into it. Oh, yes. Yes, 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 yes. We about to get into it. What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Let me make sure everybody can hear me. Hello, 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 hello. Yep. Y'all should be able to hear me. Woo! Today, man, listen. Listen. This has been a process. A lot of y'all do not know that this has been a process. What's up, Breezy? This has been a process. And I hope y'all ready to hear what I got to say. I hope y'all ready to hear what I have to say. Y'all listen. Listen. I gotta talk to y'all, man. It's been a couple of days, but the reason why I took the couple of days was because the couple of days was needed. Like, everything I'm about to talk to y'all today about, you're going to be like, okay, I see what you mean. I see why you had to. We're going to talk about it. But I have been updating everybody throughout this time. I wanna spread the wisdom to y'all, because, man, when I tell you, I got some things to talk about. Let me let everybody know we on live. I gotta talk to y'all, man. I gotta talk to y'all, bro. Like, I gotta talk to y'all. Listen, man, let me tell you something. I don't even know where to start. This, I want you to know that everything I'm gonna tell y'all about, it has nothing to do with me and everything to do with you. And the reason why I say that is because I've recognized that I am just a messenger. I am being used by the universe. I am being used by the divine. And I am here to spread wisdom. Somebody said, preach. I'm going to switch to TikTok to screen record. Okay. Hold on. I want to make sure I can read y'all chat. All right. Okay. Whoo, listen. Hey, what's good, everybody? What's up? Oh my God. I miss y'all. Like, I want y'all to know that when I'm away from y'all, it's not because I want to be away from y'all. It's because I have to be away from y'all. And what that means is, like, I have to go inside. And a lot of y'all saw my last couple of lives where I was really transmuting. I was taking energy and working with it. So now that I've gotten through that, I want to talk to you about it. And that's why today's live is called, it should be saying, make the world crave you. Yeah, it should say, make them crave you. Listen, man. I single-handedly, let me record, because I know it's going to be a good one. What's good, everybody? How are you guys doing today? How are you? I'm so excited to talk to you guys today. I'm so excited to talk to y'all about what's going on. Like, listen, everything we're about to talk about is going to be right on point. All right? It's going to be right on point with what you need to hear. So, first thing first, let's talk about the art of transformation. The art of transformation. First of all, I want to let you know that transformation sounds pretty. The idea of transformation sounds amazing. Who doesn't want to transform? Thank you for the gift, Neff. Who doesn't want to transform until it's actually time to go through it? I single-handedly experience what it's like to go through a cocoon phase. And honestly, I don't even think I'm done. So first, it started off with removing outside stimuli, or learning how to block out, or recognizing the things in our life that are negatively impacting us. One of the things that I recognized that was negatively impacting me was the food that I eat. I don't know who needs to hear this. Somebody say you're glowing. I had to go through my own transformation. Thank you for the gift, Mimi. I don't know who needs to hear this, but the food that you eat is single-handedly stopping you from having your own glow. When you know that you are consciously working on yourself, you start to have a level of pride about you. That is also where glowing comes from. Glowing comes from carrying yourself and taking care of yourself with high energy, high detail, and then knowing that you're clean, knowing that you're up to par, knowing that you showed up to your best of your ability. You feel me? Like, you guys are going to watch my vlog that I'm going to drop. I really should be recording right now. Hold on. I got to show this whole, listen, I got to show this whole thing, this whole process. So you're going to watch the vlog and you're going to see how through each phase, before you could build yourself up, you have to destroy who you once was. Before you can build anything new, you have to destroy who you once was. And when I started to destroy at what I was, I had to make sure that I didn't judge myself when I was in that period of destruction. Thank you for the gift. Sometimes when we're going through a process of making ourselves better, we tend to judge ourselves for destroying us. Of course you're not going to look your best right now, my love. You're sweating. Of course you're not going to look your best right now, my love. You're doing the work. You're doing laundry. You're cleaning the house. But trust the process. Trust the process. I'm telling you, you got to trust the process when you're becoming someone new. You have to trust the process when you're becoming someone new. And I'm going to talk to you on some real shit. So I'm about to just go into it because I can feel and this is going to be all over the place. This is called a brain dump. But understand that when I start to just start channeling information of what needs to be said, because my intention for this live is to give information to the people who have been seeking it and who is ready for it. Okay? So let's get into it. What I recognized, number one, was that before I could ever become someone new, I had to destroy who I already was. I knew that who I wasn't going to get me to where I wanted to be. Thank you, KO, for the gift. So I had to do some serious reflection because I'm not going to blame anybody but myself for what's happening. And that's something that you have to really learn. You cannot blame anybody but yourself for the life that you are living. And regardless, even if it is somebody else's fault, at the end of the day, it's still your fault because you allowed it. Okay? So after I started working on what I didn't like about myself, I became aware of the things that I wanted to change. So number one, I recognized that I wanted to change my body. I wanted my body to change. Now, I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram, but if you follow me on Instagram, I've been posting on my story how I've been eating in my food. And the reason why is because guess what? I am gaining weight. I'm gaining weight. Now, when you're like, okay, cool, I'm focused on losing weight, I'm focused on gaining weight, I'm focused on getting toned, what you recognize is that when you get focused on it, you start to feel good. The problem is that eventually you fall off. The problem is eventually you fall off. And that's where self-awareness comes in. But a lot of people don't have self-awareness because they're so distracted with what's going on in the outside realm. If you're always focused on what's going on outside of you, you're never going to have awareness of what's going on inside of you. I even took the time to sit with myself in a room and stare at a wall. Because I needed to hear myself. Some of you have completely muted your own inner voice because you don't take the time to listen. When your inner self tries to tell you something, you ignore it. When your inner self feels like, hey, I want to grow, but you don't do what is needed to grow, your inner self feels neglected. And this is where you start to feel a lack of self-love. There is something or someone inside of you that you need to check in with. And if you don't check in with yourself, you're going to find that you and yourself is out of sync. And if you and yourself is out of sync, how are you ever going to be in alignment with your destiny? It don't work like that. And that self that we're talking about is your head, is your ori, is your brain, is your mind. Because your mind is where your ashe is held, is where your magic is held, it's where your spirit is held, it's where your consciousness is held. Now understand, yeah, you want to make the world crave you, but you first got to look inside and see what you're craving. And once you can figure out what you're craving, you're going to be satisfied. And you're going to be so satisfied that other people are going to come to you looking for that same satisfaction that you give yourself. Because something about you now is peaceful. Something about you now is glowing. And you may think that it's not an item, but best believe people will want that very thing that you have. But you have to recognize how powerful that is, peace. You have to recognize how powerful that is, energy. You have to recognize how powerful that is, aura, magnetism. Because that very thing that may not be physical is the thing that helps you maintain and obtain the physical. So what I mean by that is when you have peace and you have confidence, two things that aren't physical, those two things will manifest more things in your life. But you have to redesign yourself. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because I just recently did it. I know a lot of y'all didn't see me for a couple of days. And the reason why was because I was going through my own transformation. And it took a lot of journaling. And guess what? I'm not done. But I've made it through a hard part. I've made it through the whole. You see, when you start creating your new self, the first part is so difficult. It's like a dark night of the soul because you really have to look at yourself and face your shit. And the first thing I started to do was write this down. I started to become very aware of everything I was thinking and everything I was doing. Thank you, Marie, for the gift. Thank you, Neff, for the gift. Thank you, KO, for the gift. I also became very aware of what I crave. I became very aware of what I desired. I became very aware of me. You see, some of us, we too busy in other people's business. We don't have time to be aware of us. We don't have time because you're too busy worried about what this person is doing and what this person isn't doing. So the first thing I want you to do is take your mind off of the external and start to put it inside. Because anything you see in the external that you disagree with, at some point, you internally created it. You feel me? So, whatever I didn't like in somebody else, I started to look at it within myself. Whatever I didn't like in somebody else, I made sure that I didn't have that aspect. You see, sometimes the negative can also be positive when you know how to use it, because negative is still energy, if used correctly, can be transmuted into a positive. I started to put the phone down. And also I started to recognize how much I picked up the phone. You know, and I started to see now when I pick up the phone, I've programmed myself so much to recognize when my body picks up the phone, so my conscious self can tell my subconscious self, no, you have to train yourself. So whenever I pick up the phone, I'm like, hey, Literally, I've been talking to myself. Whenever I pick up the phone, I go, hey, put it down. And I put it down and I go, oh, my bad. I forgot. Because I've recognized how my attention and my focus wasn't on what I wanted it to be on. And the reason why my attention and my focus wasn't on what I wanted it to be on was because I was destroying it with technology. Instead of using technology, I put the phone down and I picked books up. And it may sound real simple, but you may be surprised at what picking up a book and putting your phone down can do to rewire your brain. And that's what I've been doing, rewiring my brain to give me a different life. That is the key. Every single success book that I picked up, everything talked about one thing, and that was imagination. And at that point, I also recognized how much I wasn't using a skill that every creative should be using, which is your imagination. So what I recognized too was, through all the books I was reading, Psycho-Cybernetics. Don't worry, my vlog that I'm putting up tomorrow is going to have all the books that I've been reading. But I've been reading the fundamental books of success. Think and Grow Rich, Psycho-Cybernetics, Neville Goddard. I've been going back to the basics of how to create the life that I want, how to create a new self-image. And I recognized I was not visualizing enough. We can talk about it, but until you show your brain what it is that you want, your brain is going to create whatever the fuck. And you have to tell your brain, hey, no, like a computer, hey, no, I told you to create this. Hey, Siri. And then when Siri don't get it right, you say, no, Siri, this is what I meant. Hey, ChatGPT, find me this. And when ChatGPT doesn't get it right, you say, no, this is not what I want. I meant this. So I started working on my visualization and I noticed something quickly, okay? So the first day that I sat my ass down for 15 minutes and I said, I am going to meditate. For all the people that were probably wondering, hey, what happened to the meditation? I had to get myself together first. I had to figure out what worked first before I could tell you what worked. So forgive me if I haven't been like showing up. I had to go figure out the formula first before I come to you with some random formula. No, I had to figure it out. And I figured it out now. So, and remember last time I figured this out, Alton Mason hopped on the live. I'm going to keep bringing that shit up. Anyways, what I did was I sat down on my Pilates machine. And I closed my eyes and I put on a frequency. No voices, just a frequency. And I visualized myself on a stage. And when I visualized myself on the stage, I saw the microphone, I saw the crowd, and I heard the and I understand it now. And I got emotional and I cried during that visualization because it felt so real. What that let me know is that I had got better at visualizing to the point that it started to affect my emotions so deeply. Anyways, so after I got out of the meditation, I immediately became that person because the first thing that came into my mind the moment I got out of the meditation was, I need to post my music. Stick with me now. So because I visualized myself as a type of person and I felt the emotions, when I got out of the meditation, I became that person because I embodied it. It gave me an inspired action. You see, if you're wondering what you need to do and how you're going to get to where you need to get to, you're not the person yet. When I got out of the meditation, I immediately knew what to do and how to get there. I got on TikTok. I posted videos of my song, and I hadn't done that in a while. Do you know, moments later, somebody DM'd me and say, yo, I need to see you perform at this birthday bash in Art Basel in Miami. I'm going to get you a gig. Hit this person up. And within an hour after that meditation, I had a performance booked. said, what the fuck? I said, what the fuck? And in that moment, I recognized how it works. So after I figured that out, I was like, because think about it. Some of y'all may be like, it's not a big deal. It's not a big. I visualized myself performing, and then next thing you know, somebody asked me to perform. That's a big deal. That means something in my imagination immediately led me to an opportunity. Now, what happens when you take that habit, and that was only 15 minutes every day? How can your life change then? So then I recognized, okay, I need to create a feedback loop now. So now that I have my first piece of evidence, and I'm teaching you now, I don't gotta stress it. Whoever gonna learn it, gonna understand what I'm talking about. Now I'm creating a feedback loop. What that means is that after I've gotten evidence, I can show my subconscious mind, hey, here is proof that you are exactly this person. Thank you for the gift, Creator Love. Thank you for the gift, Naomi. I don't know how to say your name, but thank you for the coin. So now I got evidence. So now I can continue to do the same thing I did over and over and over again. So now what I want y'all to host it, and I'm going to talk you through it. All right? And what we're going to do is I'm going to get you to cry. I'm going to get you to cry out of pure excitement of what you are experiencing. Another thing too is today's live is supposed to be about how to make the world crave you. Let me tell you something that I recognize. Thank you, Naomi. When I wasn't showing up in my energy, when I was forgetting the work, I started to see things repel me. I started to see things not be as attracted to me. And I had to take a step back. You feel me? Like people or things who naturally adore me were repelling me now. They didn't want to be around me. And I understood that some of them, I didn't want to be around them either, but it's because I was transforming. Let me tell you. So what I recognized was when you forget, let's put it like this. I'll give you an example, okay? Let's say you're talking to somebody. Listen to me, boy, listen to me. Let's say you're talking to somebody, right? And when you first met them, you were on your shit. You were working out. You were working on your business. You were leveling up. You were looking sexy. Like you were on point. Like you every day you felt good about yourself because you knew that you were working on yourself. Your food tasted good. You were cooking. You were feeding yourself. Everything you was doing was for your improvement. You know that feeling after you take your supplements, you're like, I'm working on myself. Like you were having that feeling every day because you were working on yourself. And then you start talking to this person. Now, it's not the person's fault. It's nobody's fault but you. But you started talking to this person and, you caught you a fish. And now you're comfortable because you caught you a fish. So you stopped cooking as much. So now you probably getting a little acne because you eating out or, your food don't have the same energy that it do. You're not working out as much because now you like, nah, I just want to chill with you. I just want to chill in the bed with you. That's not their fault. That's your fault. You're not reading as much because you're like, oh, let's Netflix. Let's Netflix and chill. Let's Netflix. So now you start to lay low on your habits. And then when this person not feeling you or not chasing you or not eating you, like not eating you up like how they usually eat you up or not usually craving you like how they usually crave you, you wondering what's going on. Let me tell you something. You lost yourself. You got comfortable. So what I'm trying to tell you is, and this is why I say how to get the world to crave you. You have to always carry yourself as if you're being courted. You have to always carry yourself as if that person is trying to cuff you for the first time. You got to keep yourself so sexy as if you on the market again. You have to. You have to hustle like you don't have a dollar to your name. You have to keep it up. So now that you stop doing the work as much, you started to notice that everybody not feeling you like how they usually feel you. Like your friends, thank you Ari for the gift, thank you Niche for the gift. Your friends usually they fan out a little bit about you. They fan out, like not like bad fan out, but you the friend that everybody look up to. Thank you for the gift. Thank you for the gift, Jazz. Thank you for the gift. I don't even want to say your name because you my enemy sign. That rooster, man. Anyways, so your friends usually fan out about you. People usually come to you for advice, but as of lately, they've been looking at you like you stagnating. And look, talking about it, why one of my friends calling me now? Hey girl, I'm on live, sweetie. I'm on live, sweetie. The whole world can hear you.
You're the only person who will understand, and this story is perfect, and I'm happy that you're on live.
Okay, what's the story? What's it about?
So I have this really good opportunity coming up for me to be able to work at this health and wellness center that's going to be paying me like double what I'm getting paid to do now or whatever. And then I was just thinking about it. And earlier this week, I had a conversation with my boyfriend about how I should start like getting back into going to casting calls to modeling agencies because they would book me for jobs or whatever. So I'm thinking about this interview that I'm going to have tomorrow, and I'm thinking about like what I'm going to tell them about myself because it's kind of like a luxury thing. So I was thinking about bringing up my modeling thing again, even though I haven't been modeling a lot recently.
So wait, real quick. So basically, before I'm going to let you finish. So basically, you trying to figure out how to do this in the most magnetic way possible.
Yes, and I've been just like trying to just like put myself in the position of the person who's working in this luxury like office with these like luxury clients that are coming into this high-end place to like do their cold plunges and shit. Like I've just been trying to put myself into that mindset and act like that person.
Okay, so look, right? when is the interview?
It's tomorrow, but the story is so good. Like, you gotta let me tell the story.
All right, I'm gonna let you cook.
So then my brain transitioned from me talking to them about the modeling into me modeling, right? Bro, I'm literally about to cry. And this modeling agency that I literally like applied to be a part of their agency probably last year in New York, literally emailed me in the moment that my brain is like thinking about me modeling, bro. And I casted for this like years ago. I applied for this maybe like a year or two ago. Like this is not even recent. Like I haven't applied to any agencies recently. But it's just a simple fact that happened in that second when my brain, like when I was thinking about
you was visualizing it.
I was visualizing it, and if that is not like the sign for me to just like that, if that is not a sign, if that is just not like manifestation in itself right there. Like
Tony, what did I tell you at the beginning of the year? What did I say? Tell the world what I told you.
What did you tell me?
No, Tony, what did I tell you about your dragon year?
You told me that I don't remember because I'm so like caught up in this like whole moment right now.
I told you that because you're born the year of the dragon, that this would be your breakout year.
You did tell me that.
And the dragon is known for modeling.
Ain't that so much?
And did you know I was on live?
I did not know you were on live, and I was calling you, and I'm like, as the phone's ringing, I'm like, come on now, Ori, come on.
And you know what? Do you know what's so crazy? I just was telling them how I visualized and manifested a performance. I literally just was telling them that. God. Thank you for the sign. And I want y'all to know, Tony is a Leo. One of the most magnetic signs that there is. The Leo is the 5th sign.
Oh my gosh.
Tony, I'm going to call you after this live, but when I tell you, you are a sign, and I'm going to talk to you about, you know, a couple of things that I feel like I'm supposed to share with you since you just, like, literally confirmed that. And you know what's funny, y'all? Real quick, last thing I'm going to say, you know what's funny? Her man is born 5/28. Her man is born 5/28. All right, later, girl.
All right.
Yo. All right, later, girl. You can't make that up. You can't make that up. You can't make that up. You cannot make that up. Isn't that crazy that this is what we're talking about today? Manifesting, being magnetic. She said she was visualizing. She's a Leo too. She's a model. Didn't I just tell you? I figured it out. The same shit gonna happen the same way Alton Mason popped up. Look, I found a different synchronicity came up. A different synchronicity came up. Do y'all understand? Like, do I need to explain that anymore, or do you get it? The moon's in Leo today, see? Do I need to explain that anymore, or do you guys get it? That's powerful. That's powerful. Listen, y'all. I want to finish talking about how to make them crave you. I want to talk about how to make them crave you. Okay, so first of all, now you recognize how powerful visualization is. Okay, so what were you saying about becoming stagnant? Okay, so this is what I was saying. And thank everybody for the gift. People can feel when you're becoming stagnant. People can feel that. People can feel that. And you know what's funny? Before she called, I was mentioning friends, how your friends will look up to you. And your friends will come to you for advice. Didn't I? Yo, I just said that. I just said, usually your friends look up to you and they come to you for advice. Didn't I just... Yo, this is your sign that you need to start visualizing today. This is your sign that you need to start tapping into your imagination. But the thing about it is, after you tap into your imagination, you have to keep the feeling. She imagined herself. Like, I just got a live fucking testimony. I've got a live testimony just now. So I'm telling you, it works. If you want to manifest being a model, being this version of you, you have to see yourself as big. You have to see yourself in that state already. She said, I already saw I saw myself. Like, I saw myself at that. I saw myself. It works. It works. It works. So now you have your doubts. Now that you have this energy, your doubts, your analytical mind has been given evidence. I want you to remember this feeling like, oh shit, it works. Somebody said the sound is going in and out. The sound's going in and out? Can y'all hear me? Somebody saying the sound is going in and out. Is that true? Somebody saying no. Somebody saying yes. Not for me. Sound is good. Sound is fine. Somebody telling me I'm good. I don't know. I don't know why the sound going out on YouTube. All right. Anyways. So let's get back into it. So I gotta regain my focus. I gotta regain my train of thought. So now that has happened, somebody said my girl of 4 years just left me for a guy. You got any advice? That's congratulations. You've been rid of something that probably was taken away from you. Anyways, what I wanted to talk about too was I wanted to talk about how in order to make the world crave you, you have to first know who you want to be. You have to know what kind of player, what kind of character you want to be. Period. And now it's going in and out again. I'm confused. Let me see something. No, it's not. Oh Lord. Okay. All right. I'm for the leave. I'm for the stop playing with me. Y'all playing with me. Every time I try to get my little train of thought going on, y'all start messing with me. Anyways, all right. So I want y'all to know that everything that I'm talking about is connected to you being your most magnetic self. That's where I really want to reside in when it comes to what I teach. Like for this year, most of what I teach is going to be about how to become your most sexiest self, your most magnetic self, your most attractive self, how to make the world crave you. And the way that you make the world crave you is you have to become somebody that's worth craving. You have to get fine. You got to get sexy. You got to invest. Like, to become magnetic is also work. To become magnetic is also work. Like, let me tell you something. Cooking your own food. Let me tell you something. You got two options. You either cook your own food. It really is not even two options. You need to blend the two. You need to cook your own food, and you need to have new experiences in new restaurants. Somebody said, child, money. And that's why you're stuck. 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 The moment that you think that there is something in the way, it becomes in the way. Cooking is cheaper than going out. So I'm not understanding you saying money. And this is something else I learned. This is why you shouldn't do things for money. Let me teach you something. This is why you shouldn't do things for money. When you do things for money, right? That means when you get the money, you're probably going to be done. When you get the money, you're probably not going to want to do it anymore. You don't want to do it. You don't have drive. You don't want to get better. And the reason why God, the Most High, has been telling you to stop doing things for money is because once you get it, you get comfortable. So that's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to do the thing that you would do for free. So that way, even when you continue to get money, you still want to do it and you still work on it. That's when I noticed, holy shit, I need to be making more music. That's when I realized, holy shit, I need to be creating from that energy. You know what I'm saying? So stop doing things for money. And I want you to recognize, I'm not telling you to quit your job. I'm not telling you to do any changes like that. I'm telling you to change your perspective on why you do what you do. So, if you chose a job strictly for money, but not to elevate you towards what you want to get better at, you are stuck. You are stuck. Somebody said, I need the money to do the things I want to do for free. No, listen to me. If you chose a job that has nothing to do with your craft and what you love to do and what you want to get better at, but it's simply for money, you are stuck. Let me tell you why. If you ever read the book Mastery, and if you ever wanted to master a craft, every time that I had a job, let me tell you something. Every time I had a job, I had a job that was connected to what I love to do. So at the time when I was really in fashion, I was working at H&M. At the time when I was already making over $1,000 a day, and I was working for a multimillionaire, not because I needed the money. Her money wasn't even paying my bills. My money was paying my bills. Her money was just so I could keep doing extra shit. You feel me? It was basically, here, something for you to be here. I make money and I had a job. The only reason why I had that job was because I was filming somebody who I deemed was successful, and I wanted to watch everything that they did. I wanted to have a mentor, and I wanted to have an apprenticeship. So what I'm trying to show you is the difference in mindset when you are a success and when you are in lack. Because nobody that is in lack will work a job that's paying them less than what they make in their own business. Somebody in abundance will work a job that's paying them less than what they need so they can get wisdom to eventually make more than what they make now. And what ended up happening was I learned a fucking lot. And that's why it's important to choose jobs that are connected to what you love to do. If you want to be a music artist, work at a studio. Work at Guitar Center. Work at Sam Ash. If you want to be in fashion, work at Zara. Work at Louis Vuitton. Work in fashion places. And then you're going to have more pride about your job because you know I'm not enslaved to nothing. I chose this because I'm growing and I'm making money from it. But when you choose something just for money, it's going to be very hard for you to walk away from it because guess what? You're going to create all your whole life on that money. And guess what? When that job offers you more money to go up higher and higher, you're going to say yes because you're doing it for the money. Oh, I'm going to have more money to do what I love. More money. Not realizing that what you traded in though was your time. Your time. And it's a difference. If you were doing something that was connected to your craft, you wouldn't mind taking that time because that time is inevitably making you better at your craft. So now you're accumulating hours. And this is why I say that's magnetic. That's smart. So somebody can be like, you work at Zara, you work at H&M, you work at Miu Miu, you work at a design, you work at Bal Harbor. Yeah, I'm a designer. So I get to see all the fabrics. I get to see all the collections. I get to see what's in style. I get to see the colors. I'm actually like very smart for what I'm doing right now. I get to get these clothes at a discounted price. I can take pictures in these clothes. I can post the pictures on Instagram, tag the brand, maybe get a sponsorship with my job. Like that is how you work your shit. That's how you work it. You wanna, don't think hard but smart. No, for real. Another way to make the world crave you too is so being purposeful. The whole point of this to say how to make the world crave you is to be on your purpose. Okay? When you're on your purpose, you are sexy as fuck because you have something going on for yourself. And I know what you have going on. I know what you're focused on. I know where you're going to be. When I know what you're focused on, I know you're going to get there because if I know where you're trying to go, that means that you're so focused on it, you're so consistent with it that I picked it up. You feel me? So being on your purpose is very attractive. Another thing too, never be lazy with your self-care. Never be lazy with your self-care. Your clothes, you need new clothes. And let me tell you something. You don't have to go the expensive route. Go to the thrift and rework your clothes. I've actually been thinking about going to the thrift, getting clothes, and reworking them again and doing one-on-ones to have a different connection with my style. Thank you, Naomi. And guess what happens? Your creativity starts to get sparked up. Somebody said, what if you want to be a talk show host? Do YouTube videos. Your YouTube video is not going to pay you in the beginning, but guess what? You're going to get practice. Do the videos at your job. You feel me? Crochet, thank you for the ice cream. So now, the next part to making yourself attractive, thank you, Alexis, for the gift. The next part to making yourself attractive and get people to crave you too is you got to get in the gym. Hold on, let me show you something. Hold on. You ready? Boom. Y'all, come on now. Boom. Don't fucking play with me on Moonshine. No, you know what? Don't fucking play with me. Motherfucker talking about some, if you need clothes, I just dropped $50 sweatsuit. Don't get fucking blocked. Don't get fucking blocked. You trying to promote on my shit. You know what would have been smarter, Moonchild? What would have been smarter is, hey, Ori, let me send you my $50 sweatsuit. And then guess what? You could have got a professional shout out for free. But nah, you tried to be slick. So not everybody finna look at you like, oh, this motherfucker slick. You see what I'm saying? You should have been smarter. I would have opened that bitch up right on my live. Look, I'm wearing somebody brand right now. Jazz, Higher Apparel. Look, there's a better way to do things. That's what happens when you be cheap. That's what happened when you be cheap. Look, I'm wearing one of my supporters' brand right now, Higher Apparel. See? Anyways, you gotta get into the gym. Let me tell you why getting into the gym is so fucking sexy. Let me tell you why being in the gym is so sexy. When they see your body changing, that should do something to them. When people see you sweating in the gym, it do something. I don't know how to explain it. Let me tell you something. I went to the gym and I saw this one guy. Now, he looked great, but the part that attracted me to his energy was the fact that I knew that he was coming to this gym consistently around the same time, doing the same thing, drinking the same thing. And I'm like, damn, that's magnetic. He got a routine and he's following it. That's respect. He always go to the same machine, drinking the same drink, the red in the Essentia bottle. He do the same exercises. And I'm like, damn, that it gave me a lot of respect for him, because I'm like, I know you got a Ferrari out there or something. I know you do. And then he had the best body in the gym. And he wasn't all bulky and bodybuilding. He looked like he is living life. So then I recognized, I was like, damn, I know that if my girl, like, when she see me coming home every day, I'm getting sharper and sharper and sharper and more tone and more tone and more tone. What's gonna happen is that she gonna, damn, you are developing in front of my face. Hold on, my sister calling me. Hold on. You're developing in front of my face. You know what's sexy? Progression. When you are progressing, you are more attractive. Period. When you are progressing, you are more attractive. So you got to get in the gym. And then you know what's the best part about getting in the gym? When you get in the gym, you can aim at certain parts of your body. If you feel like that's the best part that I like about fitness, is that you could literally be like, my legs are a little small, I want to make them bigger. Like, what the fuck? You're designing yourself. Like, you literally can design yourself and change your body. Like, think about that. Thank you, Kershay, for the gift. So I was like, I had got me a Pilates machine. I told y'all about it. And I already noticed my abs, when I was in the shower today, I was like, damn, my abs are getting like tighter. So then, you know what else too that I've noticed? When your body is fit, people will like, I fuck you. People will, I fuck you. When your body is sexy, people will, I fuck you. I'm telling you, they will. Because when people have a nice body, you naturally cannot get your eyes off of them. I've been waking up at 5 a.m. also. Somebody said he wake up at 4:30. I've been waking up at 5 a.m. And that's another thing too. Waking up early give you another level of confidence. What you're trying to do is you're trying to maximize on your confidence as much as possible. How to get as much confidence as possible. Hold on, y'all. You got to get as hold on. You got to get as into yourself as you need to. Hold on, y'all. Damn, people, motherfuckers, they need shit right now. They need shit. They need shit. Stay with me. Stay with me, y'all. Stay with me. Gotta Uber somebody. Today's my mom's birthday. So, today's my mom's birthday, y'all. So, I gotta get shit together and shit. So how many of y'all gonna start working out though? Cause it's time. You prefer working out first thing in the morning? Yes, I work out immediately once I wake up. Immediately once I wake up. Like you have to wake up immediately and work out because that's how you start off your day. That's how you start off your day. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm trying to take care of this. Hold on. 5 seconds. 5 seconds. 5 seconds. Five seconds. All right. All right. Send them the information. All right. Okay. Viewers dropping because you motivating them to get off TikTok. I'm not worried about the number of viewers. That's the problem. When you start worrying about the number of viewers, that shows me that like you are not the person. You are not the person that has that. You are not the person that has your own fan base. You're not the person that's confident. You're like, if you're worried about viewers, that means that you're doing it for the viewers. I'm coming on here and talking about this shit because I genuinely love talking about this shit. So, back to what I was saying though. I recognize that you have to work out early in the morning right when you wake up because you want to start the day with as much energy as possible. And when I wake up 5 a.m. and then I go to work out, something about that combination, elite. Elite. Somebody said working out isn't the problem, it's the consistency. I think at some point you're going to get so sick and tired of not progressing that you're going to finally wake the fuck up or just constantly live a life not knowing what your potential could be. That's what I think. That's what I think. Truly, that's what I think. Hold on. How do I share this with someone? Because you're young. What you mean because I'm young? What that's supposed to mean? I'm trying to check y'all TikTok messages now. All right. Man, I'm not worried about no views, man. Happy birthday. Yes. Can you repeat it again? I feel like it is important for you to work out in the morning because when you work out in the morning, your energy levels will rise so high. And then when you're waking up early and working out, you're going to feel like you're better than everybody else. I'm just keeping it real. You are going to feel like you are better than everybody else because you're doing what nobody else wants to. And somebody said, and that is because you're young. I don't even know who you are. So quite frankly, I don't give a fuck what you think it is. Like your opinion, your state, I don't give a fuck. Everything that I'm telling you right now, I've learned it from successful people who are way older than me. So everything that I'm telling you about, I've learned it myself. I followed a multimillionaire around and other multimillionaires around. Everyone started their day with meditation and working out. Those two things every day, single-handedly, will keep you focused. You know why? Because when you meditate in the morning, you're imagining things, you're visualizing, you're having a morning meeting with yourself. You're putting yourself in the energy that you need to be in order to become the version of you that you need to become. So when I meditate, I get myself in alignment with the highest version of me, and then I go about my day as that person. But if you wake up and you don't meditate, you don't get yourself psyched up, you don't get yourself on point with where you need to be and your destiny, you're walking through your day lost with no direction. I don't recommend meditating first thing in the morning. I feel like you're more prone to go back to sleep, but you can. If you feel like, yeah, I can meditate right when I wake up and not go back to sleep, I recommend working out and then meditating. That's how I'm doing it. Because when I wake up, I need to leave the house or I'm going back to sleep. Period. I need to leave the house or I'm going to go back to sleep. Do you feel me? Because once I leave the house early in the morning, I'm already feeling like, yeah, like I've already got my first win of the day. And you're getting your first win of the day early. You see, in order to make the world crave you, you have to be disciplined. 4 is the number of discipline. 5 is the number of success. 5 is the number of sexual energy. 5 is the number of magnetism. 5 is the number of attractiveness. And before you can get the 5, you got to get through 4. So before you can have freedom and attractiveness, you first got to do the heavy lifting of your body. You got to, somebody said, is ego necessary? When I hear people bring up ego on my live, even though I haven't mentioned it, I know it's because something I said was a little too confident for you to handle. Because I didn't even mention nothing about ego, but I will talk about ego. I'll talk about ego. Ego is important when it comes to protecting yourself. Should you live in your ego? No. Just like you shouldn't live in a masculine or live in a feminine. You should live in your authenticity, and there will be different versions of you that will come out due to the situation. You just have to know which version of you should come out. You should know when it's time for you to let a motherfucker know what you can do, and you should know when it's time for you to be quiet. But ego was given to you for a reason. It is a tool. But just like a mind, if it is not mastered, if you do not understand it or how to use it, it could destroy you. Wholeheartedly, it could destroy you. So you have to learn how to use your ego, or it's going to use you. And if you don't listen to your ego will turn on you. Because when your ego is telling you, yo, this person is trying to humble you, and you be like, well, no, it's okay. Your ego gonna be like, bruh, and it's gonna get mad. When your shadow tries to tell you that somebody else's darkness is trying to attack you and you don't listen. Just like a masculine man who doesn't want to accept his femininity and how it becomes toxic. That's what happens when you suppress aspects of you. That's how you suppress aspects of you. Well, it could be that someone recognizes oneness and love more than feeling above others. Listen, man, all I know is you need to know when it's time to use that ego, especially if you're talking about being the version of you that crave. Like, for example, I want you to know that using your ego doesn't mean that you always have to speak arrogantly. That's also another thing. Ego, when you know someone is attacking you, you have to know how to handle it. In some situations you cannot walk away from, you have to handle it, especially if you are a leader, especially if you are a boss. There's one thing my father told me. I was so young. I was like, Daddy, why are you cursing at people now? He said, because if I'm too nice, people don't pay me my money. And I didn't understand what that meant. I thought he was changing. I didn't realize that that was him the whole time. And he used that version of him when it was needed to get what he needed. So I'm trying to get you to understand that you cannot live life thinking one-dimensionally, thinking that you can only be one version of yourself. You have to have different versions of you that you use. For example, the version of you at work is not the version of you when you go on a date. It's not. But if you try to be the version of you at work, at the date, it's not going to work. So you got to learn how to compartmentalize yourself. You got to learn how to, okay, this is ego me. This is confident me. This is shadow me. This is masculine me. This is feminine me. And once you learn those different aspects, now you're learning how to be sexy, be magnetic. You get what I'm saying? Listen, y'all, if you are enjoying my content and you're enjoying what I'm teaching you, DM me to join my magnetism class. My magnetism class is $99.91. All you need to do is DM me your birthday. And if you're eligible, you can join. The first step to making people crave you again is first figuring out, who do you want to be? After you figure out who do you want to be, then you need to start visualizing. Instagram or TikTok, it don't matter. Then you need to start visualizing. The next thing that I want you to do is I want you to write down, how do you want people to perceive you? How do you want people to think about you? How do you want people to address you? How do you want to be seen? Where's the line between that and being someone I'm not? If there's a version of you that you want to be, that means that that version of you exists. You cannot desire something that isn't already a part of you or isn't already a part of your destiny. That desire, you were supposed to want it. It's in alignment. It exists. You just have to learn how to get into that version of you. Will you ever do in-person or Zoom classes? I actually did an in-person event. You can find it on my YouTube. Hold on, y'all. I'm just gonna make a... How can we get rid of negative thoughts? Meditation, 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 meditation. You cannot get rid of no negative thoughts without meditation, because guess what? Every negative thought you have, what's up, D? D, we need to work on something. Every negative thought that you have to literally rewire that thought with a new thought. But the only way you can go inside of that computer system is through meditation. Meditation is how you get to that motherboard. Bro, I'm gonna hit you up. I got you. Thank you. We keep saying we're gonna work on something, but we don't work on nothing. You feel me? You feel me? So listen, y'all. How do you start meditating? Join my mystery school. The link is in the bio. If you guys want to join my magnetism class, DM me your birthday. And if you're eligible, you can make your payment and you can join. All right. We have over 300 students. We have over 300 selected students that have made it inside of the magnetism class. And we've gotten good reviews. Somebody got proposed to, bitch. You feel me? You heard somebody call me and say, yo, that visualization shit work. I'm telling you, you got all your proof. Somebody said, can you talk about how you got the opportunity to follow those millionaires? I ran into somebody at the mall. I told them that I appreciate what they did. I was like, I do what you do on a small scale. I'm big on TikTok. How many followers you got? I got 400K. Ooh, let me get your phone number. And that's how it happened. And I was like, you know what? I think this is an opportunity. That's how it happened. I already had leverage. I had something that I could offer them. What's the difference between meditation and visualization? What's your Instagram? That's my Instagram. The difference between meditation and visualization: in a meditation, you can visualize. In a visualization, you're just visualizing. Meditation is like searching the internet, right? You can get information. You can create. You can do a bunch of things within your meditation. You can calm yourself down. You can heal yourself. Visualization is only one form of meditation. You feel me? And I just want to let you know that the people that I'm looking for right now is people who are looking to transform themselves inside and out. If you guys saw me a couple of days, I was not giving good high energy because I knew I was going through a change. I have 400K. I knew I was going through a change, and I knew I had to be patient with myself. When you are going through this change, you're going to have to learn how to be patient with yourself, because you're not going to look pretty day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. But on that second week of being consistent, you're going to be like, oh shit, I'm looking good. But here is the key. When you start looking good, I don't want you to get comfortable then. I don't want you to get comfortable then when you start looking good. Don't start feeling yourself and feeling like you don't need to do as much. No. You need to do more when you start seeing results. Like today, I almost caved and almost got coffee. Y'all gonna see it on my vlog. I almost caved and got coffee, and I was like, no coffee. You want to keep your energy high. No coffee. So you know what I did? I didn't go get coffee, and I made green tea. I made a protein shake, and I made, you can see it on my Instagram story. I made a protein shake, and I ended up making a yogurt with granola, dates, and bananas. I'm sorry, does coffee decrease energy? It is like false dopamine, false serotonin. It's sugar. So it's fake energy, and I don't like living on fake energy because you crash on fake energy. When your energy is your energy, you cannot duplicate that. Coffee cannot keep up with you. Somebody on coffee versus somebody on real life high off of energy, that coffee person is going to crash within a couple of hours. That person with real energy is not going to be able to sleep because they're off of pure adrenaline. Pure. Like, I need my energy to feel like I'm off a... Like, I need people to look at me like, bro, you're like on a, like, And then guess what? When I drink coffee, I'm going to miss waking up at 5 a.m. because my sleep schedule is going to be off. And now I'm not high energy. Energy is everything. And once you learn how to work your energy, people are going to crave you. Somebody said, so you don't smoke? I didn't say that. But I'm very mindful of when I smoke. I'm very mindful of what I smoke. Let me stop talking about that on TikTok. Like, I'm very mindful. Like, there are some herbal medicines that if it's the right one, it'll give you energy. Some of them, it'll make you laughing. It'll give you high, good vibes. Like, if you get the right ones. In the couch. Some of y'all will be in the couch. You feel me? So, I'm telling you right now, like, I purposely put myself through my own transformation. And I'm telling you, I got the keys. I took notes. When I tell you I've been reading, let me show you. When I tell you, I literally was stuck in the bed for days, and I was cleaning up my house room by room, and All I did was read. All I did was read. So, Master Key System, Power of Awareness, Think and Grow Rich, that's falling apart. That's how you know. Becoming Supernatural, the Neville Collection. I've reworked my whole brain. I became a whole different person in a couple of days. I became a whole different person in a couple of days. You can tell by my energy. You could tell by I became a whole different person in a couple of days. You feel me? And I don't know, something about my friend calling me and telling me that was such a confirmation that this is real. This is real. And I'm trying to tell you that in order to be your best self, you're going to have to make a change. Do we DM your Instagram or your TikTok? Whichever is close. Are you vegan or vegetarian? I'm neither. I'm not vegan nor vegetarian. I eat beef. I eat all that. So, my question is, I could keep going. So, another thing I've noticed when it comes to becoming the version of you that everybody craves is that you have to first start off in isolation before you can go out into the world. Like, you're going to have to stare at a wall type shit. You're going to have to stare at a wall. Yesterday I stared at the wall. And I fell asleep staring at the wall. And the reason why was because I wanted to know what my mind was thinking. I really want you to do it for an hour, but I don't know how long I did it. I fucking fell asleep. How do you do that when you have a lot of people relying on you to be present? Fuck them people. You worried about who relying on you, but we trying to do something for you so you can be able to rely on you. And you worried about, I'm trying to get you to focus on you, and you still talking about what somebody else expects of you. Somebody said the kids, fuck them too. You have to focus on yourself first before all of them can get taken care of. So yes, that means maybe waking up early. Nobody can be taken care of if I'm not taken care of. Period. Like, I told my mom, I said, Ma, it's time for you to be selfish. I need you to understand. I need you to understand that you need to see who you can become. But in order to become who you can become, you're going to have to cut everyone off. My girl hasn't seen me in a couple of days. I told her, babe, I need time by myself so I can get myself together. She said, babe, take your space. And now, when she see me again, it's going to be energetically high. It's going to, and guess what? People respect your presence more when you do that shit. People respect you more when you do that shit. So I'm telling you now, if you're sick and tired of how you've been living and how you are, and you're ready to become the version of you that is the most attractive to the opportunities that you want, like my friend Tony who called me, you want to be the version of you that everyone craves, that opportunities are chasing you, money is chasing you, you need to join my magnetism class. I don't think 300 people would enroll in that class if it was bullshit. I have my own app where you can watch the videos. The class is $99.91 one time. You DM me your birthday. If you're eligible, you can join the class. The reason why I need people's birthdays is because I'm teaching psychology. And I'm afraid that if I teach psychology to people who I know are prone to narcissism or prone to manipulation, it can get dirty. But I know people that are looking to equip themselves with the knowledge of how people may manipulate you, how you can read other people, human nature. Like, I'm going to give you one truth. Everybody has a little bit of narcissism. Everybody has a little narcissism. So what I've been doing lately is focusing on other people. Other people. When I talk to people, I'm not worried about getting my rocks off and talking about myself. I'm worried about how can I get this person to talk about themselves as much as possible, because I want them to feel loved. So I want you to understand also the things that I'm teaching you is not rooted in superficiality, but it's actually rooted in a heart place. But we don't want the wrong people getting this information and using it to play with people's heads. Okay? All right? So I'm about to head out. If you DM me, I'm going to check your DM. Do not DM me if you are not payment ready. Do not waste my time. I don't want to waste your time. Do not waste my time. DM me if you're payment ready. The class is $99.91. DM me your birthday. Okay? I love you guys, and I will see you